Well, good morning, TikTok Nation. Hoping everybody is doing well this absolutely beautiful fall morning. I've been busy. All good though, no real complaints. Coming out on the end of rental season this week. I won't have as many big orders coming through. But we had a very successful rental season. My bathroom has finally been repaired, praise the Lord. And what else is going on? And yesterday I had the opportunity to go out and purchase a very large load of e-scrap. I actually think I may have overpaid for it. I don't like to buy my e-scrap, but you know, when you have a channel, you gotta have content, and I've been a bit behind the eight ball. I've got tons of stuff to scrap, I just haven't gotten it scrapped yet. So, these were sorted already. I won't be buying, I don't think, from this gentleman again. He was really not very pleasant, and I don't know. Who knows what happened? You know what? Who knows what happened to him before I got there? Maybe somebody really gave him a hard time, or maybe he's gotten burned by somebody. Who knows? Alright, so I started to do a live yesterday on these boards, and I wound up not doing it. Basically because I wasn't really sure what they are. Hi, Patrick. Yes, I will make a profit, but I'm going to have to really sort it very carefully. It is Telecom high for the most part. That right now is around $8 a pound. The problem is he put all the Telecom high on top, and underneath it all was a lot of Telecom low. But anyway, I wanted to show you some of these. I've pulled a lot of the high gold concentration boards. I have pulled aside to hold for you guys. Somebody told me yesterday what these are called, and I have completely forgotten. These are, I believe the date on these may be around 2005. So I see these sell on eBay anywhere from $250 to $1,000. My problem is I don't know if they work. I've got to figure probably not. So for me, they're going to sell as scrap. If somebody can flip it and make a profit because they know more about this than I do, well, praise the Lord. You know, that's a good thing. So this board and others like it have a good deal of gold here and a lot of good gold in here. There's not a lot of value chip-wise, and I don't think there's a heck of a lot of gold in these connector pins. So I will be back to doing my lives and my postings and this, that, and the other thing. So, you know, we've come out on the other side of everything here. Boy, I'd like to be wrong about the gold in here, huh? Sometimes you just want to be wrong. I've missed you guys. I missed doing my lives. I should be on tomorrow. I decided to go on today because I want to flip that. I got most of it sorted. I sorted it last night. And, you know, let's see if we can get a bit of interaction here to find out what these are. Well, I'm wrong. These are gold-plated pins under here. Hey, that's nice. Hi, Moira. Good morning to you. If you really want some entertainment, check in on Moira's lives. Oh my God. You'll laugh so hard your sides will split. I thoroughly enjoy watching all the camaraderie on that. Ouch. What I want to find out is what's under here for gold pins. I do see gold pins. There must be gold! Gotta sacrifice one here, right? And there are gold. I'll be dipsy doodled. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, we got gold pins under here, so that's some value. These boards, I think I saw the date of 2005 on quite a few of these. I really can't. Does anybody happen to remember what these are called? Because, boy, when I tell you I had a brain hiccup, I have had a brain hiccup. I can't remember. There are a lot of ceramic chips. There are tantalums. For me, I'm just going to put this in probably with low-grade telecom boards. There is gold here. There's also probably brass. It's not as good as some of the other gold, but certainly there is some here. I don't know that I think this particular board is worthy of resale to you guys who do gold refining. What I did is I pulled out some other boards that I think might be. This product is made by a company called Northern Telecom. So right off the bat, I know it's a telecom board. Yes. And I'm going low grade because there's this plastic junk on it. I really have time to clean all this. I can't even tell you. I've got 10 boxes of boards sitting here. Tantalums. If you can get the tantalums off, I have been saving them. I never used to, but I do now. Tantalum's gotten very pricey. Few ceramic chips, but that's going to go just as it is. As far as weight goes, I even have my scale here this morning. Boy, old Scrappy D is with the program here. You know what's going to happen. My phone is going to start ringing and ringing and ringing from all the parents who forgot to rent their instruments this week, and the deadline is Monday. I did close my office. The office is closed. I've got to finish taking the stuff out of it, but wow, there's a nice even Steven. So this board weighs in at exactly 1 pound. So that's going to be 1 pound of low-grade telecom. It's got some chips on it. It came out of telecom equipment. There is no gold underneath here. Some kind of a module, you know, something gold would plug into something gold. This probably plugged into a cabinet of some type, thus the gold pins. Nice to see that there is some gold recovery there. That was a good piece of information. So that will be 1 pound of low-grade telecom. Again, I see them selling on eBay for quite a bit of money. You know, my opinion is those are probably things that are work and have been refurbished. And for me, I'm going to sell them to scrap because I don't know how long they were sitting in this guy's yard. I don't know, you know, anything about them. So that is $5.65 if I sell it to Board Sort. Board Sort's prices went up even on low-grade telecom equipment, and even on peripheral boards. They really have gone up quite a bit. So here's another one. Pretty similar, just a lot more gold flashing here. If I didn't have other material, this is one I would probably put aside for you guys, but I have some other things which I put aside. I may keep this aside. This one is really good. Gold recovery rise? Why? Gold recovery wise. This is probably a better board. You guys know I always keep the good stuff aside for you. So even though it's a similar unit, it would grade as a low-grade telecom board if I were to sell it to Board Sort, as with this. But in this case, there is a good deal more gold flashing. For those of you guys who do gold recovery, I would really like an opinion on this. We'll just call this board number 1. This will be board number 2. I would like an opinion on it if it's worth reselling this board because of the amount of gold flashing. I probably would sell it at the same price it's in it off the Board Sort for. I haven't had any time to really put any boxes together for you guys, and I'm sorry. Hi, Dave. Good morning. So, but I am going to get some boards up. I really would prefer to have you guys request whatever it is you would like, and let me invoice you through PayPal for exactly what you would like to have. another. These are all very similar. That's my neighbor's annoying dog. Oh God, all it does is bark, this poor little thing. He's so nervous if he just shakes and he barks, and poor little fella. Anyway, so here is another Northern Telecom board. I know it comes up backwards, sorry about this. The model on these, A0326627. A0326627. Why do I give you that? Because you might want to go and do more research on a board like this. For me, this is going to go as a Telecom high-grade board, because now we know there is gold here. It's fairly thickly covered with chips. I don't know what under. I think these are these capacitors? Just called capacitors? Oh, the ceramic. Son of a gun. So there's going to be gold under there, I'm sure. That is ceramic. Huh. I thought it was plastic. It's not. That'd be sharp. Yeah, like I said, if any of you have processed any of these for gold recovery, I'd be very curious to if they're worth putting up for resale. As I said, my problem is I've got so many of them right now. So underneath that piece of ceramic is a ton of gold flashing. So these have a lot of good gold on the board and in the board. Maybe not so much here. You've got your ceramic chips, you've got your flat packs, but this one I have aside. I've got a couple of dozen like this, and these I did put aside for you guys because of this. Okay. So we'll actually get those dated. We'll get some pictures up so you know what they are. But again, this is something I did put aside for my friends here on TikTok who do gold recovery. And again, that is a Northern Telecom A0326627. We'll get some pictures up on the profile page. It's going to probably come in around the same on weight, I think. That one's a pound 0.4, so there is more gold here. It is heavier. I can feel the difference in the weight and some higher quality chips. So that one I'm going to keep aside. Yeah, this is ceramic. Yep, I thought it was plastic. It's not. That's ceramic. Wow, cool. Okay. Muddling on to the pile here. I probably got a 10-pound lot here. 9 pounds and change. And again, these I have aside for you. You can just call them the Northern Telecom with the blue ceramics. I'll know which ones you mean. Very, very nice. 2005 on those. Here's another one. Again, lots of gold flashing. So, those of you who do gold refining, what is your thought on these? Are these something that would be... Hey, come back here. Are these something that would be worth reselling to people who do gold refining? They're not all this gold flashed. That was interesting too. Some are much better than the others. This one says 12 or 14. I don't know what that is, but it's not. It's got a date here again, 2005. Most of your higher gold recovery, guys, is going to be on things that are pre-2020. Again, really good. Look at that. So I have 8 pounds here of those. If I sell them as a high-grade Telecom, I think it's $8.65 a pound right now, plus shipping. Somewhere in that amount. So probably get 10 of these together and it'll probably be $100 box. I think that's fair for this. And you guys know I always top off your boxes. I'm going to just put these over here. I probably could put some smaller boxes together with like 5 or maybe just 10, 5 or 6 of those. again, if that's something you guys are interested, if I don't see any interest, they're going to head off to board sort. That's one thing I really like about the live sale. I'm really able to get immediate feedback as to whether it is something that's worth really reselling, or should I just ship it off to a board buyer. I've got a refiner who doesn't live too far from me, but he wants 3,000 pounds. My back is already screaming. Okay, so again, this is just going to go as a low-grade Telecom. It is pretty nice here, but there's just, you know, for you home gamers, I don't see a heck of a lot of value here. So these I'm just selling as Telecom low. We know there's gold under here. Yeah, ceramic chips. Good gold flashing. These are the kind of boards that are much better sold, in my opinion, to a refiner, because the value is going to be in the board. You know, they're going to crush it. So this is a 16.8 pound box of Telecom low. I'm going to get a label made up. That one's going to head out to bowl and sort. Unless somebody here wants it. Let me know. Basically, board sort price plus shipping. You know, I can't lose money on it. But you know, I'm gonna make a killing off you guys. I never have really. All right. This looks like more of the same. Okay, so again, these are just low grade. I'm selling these as low grade Telecom. They're not densely populated enough to go otherwise. I could probably get away with taking the tantalums off if I so chose. So that is 15.10 pounds more of Telecom low. I can go over here. I could get some of this shipped out today. I might. It won't. The thing is it won't move till Monday or Tuesday. And to get credit from board sort, you've got to get your product in by Wednesday. Otherwise, you have to wait another week. So this is another. I sorted a lot of these, and I've already put a lot of boxes together that I'm going to ship. Now, this is what I was telling you guys. He had the good stuff on the top, and the not so good on the bottom. In a nutshell, what happened was I made a mistake about what time I was supposed to meet him, and he left. I told him it all had to be sorted before I got there, and I was wrong. I made the mistake about the time. I'll own that one. But I should have been a little more careful. I didn't get burned, but I gave him more than I should have. But you know what? That's okay. I know. I did the mental math, and I know I'm going to make a profit on this. But I can't really afford to sit on it for very long. So we've got another board. Hey, you know, even old Scrappy D goose one up once in a while. I wanted the boards, and it was a 2-hour drive. So, and I felt bad because I had inconvenienced them, so I threw a little bit of extra money into the pot. So this is 13.8. This is an $80 box of boards right here. Most of these boxes are running between $80 and $100. Depending on how many we pack in there. So what I've got to do is I've got to go upstairs after, and I've got to make packing slips for each box. I really can't. I can't be lifting big boxes of stuff. I really haven't found a better way to ship. I'm trying to find a somebody that'll do it by the Gatorade box. Shark Scrapper had some thoughts on that as well. I don't know. There's got to be a better way than this. But you know what? It is what it is right now. So here's these are some of the lower grade boards. Again, it's still from this. This is from Nortel Networks. The value is inside of the board. There's really not a lot. We know these are gold pins. We just opened one up and we looked. A couple of things. This is not a board. I wouldn't nip anything off. Just a low-grade Telecom because it came out of Telecom equipment. And it's got plenty of gold recovery on it. So I'm comfortable trading it there. Some people have already said no, they're peripheral boards. And I'm going to respectfully disagree because it came out of Telecom equipment. It says Telecom right on it. So that's where I'm at with that. If I'm wrong, I'll get a very polite letter from Chris at Board Sort, and he is professional and polite. I wouldn't deal with anybody who wasn't. And he'll say, respectfully, D, we don't agree, and we're going to grade them as this. And I'm going to write back, and I said, but why when it's got this? And he's going to say, well, this is what we think it is. And I'll say, okay. They've been doing this a lot longer than I have, So that is a box of low grade. So this is now the 4th box of Telecom Low. I think I've been keeping a running tally, so we're at about $380 of low grade Telecom boards right now. I have a lot of really, really nice other boards too that I'm going to go through. I'll probably do those tomorrow if we get a live up. I'm trying to. So now this is this is again, we have a couple of these. Some are much better for gold recovery than others, and I don't know why. My guess would be it would be the year they were made. This is the one we looked at before. This just seems to have a lot more gold content. And it is heavier, not by a lot, but it is. It's the same doggone board. Trying to see if there's a model number. Stage. And see, this one is 2005. And it's got a lot more gold here. And this essentially, it's the same darn board, pretty much. But it doesn't have the quality of gold. So these I've put aside to, I saved the good stuff for all of you. This is going to go just as a high-grade Telecom. I'm going to sell it just like that. There is gold under these ceramic chips. A lot of gold on the board. We now know that there is gold here, even albeit on top of brass, but still nonetheless. So these look pretty good. I haven't found a date on these yet. It's got to be newer than this one is. So these I'm going to put aside. These will be like, we'll call them high gold bearing boards or some such thing. Good morning, Dennis. Been a while, huh, guys? Yeah, I really enjoy doing lives. They're a lot of fun. And I appreciate the very kind words about the content and the upbeatness of the channel and things like that. Those are nice things to have people say about you. So that is a box of high-grade Telecom. I think I didn't weigh it because I've got to get one more board in there. Put that one over here. Yeah, see, we had all this apart, so I don't have to worry about getting rid of all the scrap metal. So he had it sorted. These are a little bit different. Not a lot. They have a green chip, ceramic chip, as opposed to the blue one. Again, not the rich gold recovery. I am going to sell this as a high-grade Telecom board. That's going to go right to my board buyer. There's just not enough extra. They're similar. I don't have a year on this one either. So they're similar, but again, these are the ones I put aside to offer to the Tic Tac Nation. Yeah, no, Dennis, I've missed you guys too. Oh, I love when that confetti thing goes off. That's so cool. Yeah, it's for those of you who don't know, in addition to scrapping and everything else that I do own a band instrument rental service. I was going to retire this year, but I needed a way to pay for the flood damage. I closed the office, and since it's now just me in the house, I went mobile. I went online, and I'll tell you, I rented more instruments this year than I've rented in the past 5, and I think it's because I'm back in charge of the business. The teachers, my just everybody, it just has been amazing. So that went very well, but as a result, of course, I had to I really had to devote my full-time attention to that for the past 8 weeks or so. That's winding down now. Now it's at least going to slow down. They order it online. I put it in the car and bring it to the school. I know all of the teachers. I mean, a lot of them even, I went to college with quite a few of them too. So that's all going well. Again, here's another box. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 14 to a box. And that box is weighing in at 20.2 pounds. Again, I have them all grouped in the same box. I'm grading them as high-grade Telecom. If my buyer says no, they're not, well, at least he doesn't have to sort them all, you know. I'll add to these boxes. I'll add like some RAM or some IC chips or something else. Maybe some iCore CPUs. I got to get the value up a little bit. It's gonna cost me $1 a pound to ship it. I already know that. I do have a very good UPS store. They treat me well. You know, I've been dealing with them since I started doing all this. They're good people. And they take a lot of pressure off of my back, but shipping's just gotten absolutely ridiculous. So that is what I spent yesterday doing, and I'm going to spend a little more time today getting that all weighed and boxed. It's supposed to be really nice all weekend, and I've got to cut my grass at some point, or I'm going to have to rent a bunch of goats. This is the box I'm working on for tomorrow. These came out of Telecom equipment as well. I have a Telecom pickup that I do every couple of weeks, and it came out of something called the Bandura Polywell E-Series. I don't know the age on this. I haven't found it yet. This company replaces phone boards and things, but it's very specifically marked Telecom. There was really a lot of value in this. I probably could get this off. I know there's brass here. I'll probably leave it as is. That to me is going to go as a high-grade Telecom board. Plenty of value here. I'm not sure about the composition of this board. I don't think it's plastic. There's not a date or a model on here that I can refer you to. I guess you could look up 2017. So maybe it is fairly good for gold recovery. I do see gold flashing here and here and here. I see a lot of gold flashing in through here. I think this might be plastic. But again, I would grade this as a Telecom board. This is definitely going to be in my Goldie box for this week. I've got 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, very good gold-banded BGAs. That's why I again, you know, as I'm going through things, Goalie, and I'm scrapping them, I always try to pull things out. Because this, you know, we can fit it into a large flat-rate priority box. It makes the shipping a lot easier. Gotta get that battery off. You know, makes the shipping a lot easier, and it's certainly more affordable than these bigger boards. This was also in the same unit. Again, very nice gold-banded BGAs. I think these might be Broadcom. Yep, I lied. Hikvision. So these are from a Polywell Telecom unit. And again, you know, like I said, those of you, and by the way, thank you those of you who, wow, that's excellent. Goalie says, I love BGAs. I have 25 kilos in my collection. Info junkie for life. I work on these kind of equipments. You must find some really good stuff, huh? There was a fellow, I've forgotten what his name was. I have it saved, and he works on vintage audio equipment. That's actually part of how I got into all of this. I love vintage audio. I love vinyl. I love records. I love old receivers. I have a whole bunch of Moranzas that I just sold. And, I mean, I was a music major, so back in the day, I was in college in the early 80s, all the technology, you know, VCRs had just come out. The Tascams were only 4 tracks, and that was a big deal. The Moog synthesizer had come out in the 70s. So it was, I mean, this stuff was honking heavy, honking expensive to work on. But, you know, it was built to last, not like this cheap plastic rubbish that you just, you know, it's disposable. Well, welcome to so many of you who have come on a Saturday morning. As I said, this was just kind of a random live for me to do. I haven't been live in a long time, and I had all this great stuff from yesterday's pull. And, you know, I'm going to get it boxed up and out of here, and I certainly didn't want to do that without showing it to you guys. 10404 Cisco Catalyst. I wrote that on there so I knew what this came out of. It's from a Telecom switch. There is a lot of gold here, so that also supports your case if you want to grade this as a high-grade Telecom. I am grading this as a high-grade Telecom board. It came out of Telecom equipment. I've got a little bit of flashing here. Some ceramic chips that will go into the Goldie box. I call those my pot of golds. There's gold here as well. Some chips here. This was the box I was working on before I went and did this pickup yesterday. Again, I haven't finished this box. I'll try to finish it on our live tomorrow. So this is the box I'm working on now. I've got some PCI riser cards. These are great for gold recovery. I think these pins, what are these pins running for, guys? Are they $80 a pound, or are they even more at this point? Every bit as good as the pins you get off the RAM. You just don't, you know, you don't get the chips. I've been saving tantalum. I've got a few bins of that. Not bins, but, you know, buckets. This came out of a Lenovo laptop, and I pulled it aside because there was a lot of gold recovery on this particular unit. So that's in the box. Lenovo ThinkPad 2016. And then they've got the usual suspects of Goldfinger cards. And these are the Telecom cards that come out of the Cisco's. So that's the box I am working on. So hopefully for tomorrow's live, I'll try. I'm not going to promise. It's so nice out. I really want to go outside, put my feet up, and enjoy the sun. What else do I have for you guys today? I have quite a bit of high-grade Telecom boards that I got on this pickup. Super high-grade Telecom. I mean, really nice boards. I'll show you. I gotta clean this up a bit. Just, actually, no, I really don't. This one's okay. The other one that I just had in my hand needs to be cleaned. So, this is one that, if I can fit it into a priority flat rate box, that's a gold cap. That's worth some bucks right there. Can you see it? That is worth some money. If I sell it to one of you guys, I will leave that as part of the purchase price. Why? I don't have time for space for all this stuff. It'll fit in the box. Will it fit? Will it fit? Will it fit? Let's find out. It will fit. That can go right into this week's Goldie box. All right, and again, that's a gold cap. That is gold. Gold, gold, gold. If it was going to anybody but one of my subscribers, yes, I would be nabbing that off there. You know I figure out the pricing. Now that will go in the Goldie box. Boy, this is getting to be a nice box, guys. Oh, by the way, I did want to take a minute and say thank you very much to all of you who have been purchasing my gold boxes. That's going very well. A little bit light right now, just again, because it's just coming out of rental season. And been kind of busy. Okay, that's another one of those low-grade telecoms. I think I'm going to get another box out of this. This is a high-grade telecom board, obviously. And again, I've got to clean it. If you're going to go high-grade telecom, guys, you got to clean the boards, or they're going to downgrade it. And rightly so. You know, they're paying top dollars. I don't want a bunch of rubbish on it, you know. So that one I'll clean up. I can see some gold here. I see gold here. We pulled this off the other one. We now know that there is gold under here. And lots of ceramic chips. So this one will easily grade after I clean it up as a high-grade telecom board. Will it fit? It will not fit in the priority box. Ooh, it has to go elsewhere. So there's, you know, I got quite a bit that I'm going to sit outside and spend some time cleaning. I want to give my back a little bit of a rest. Even if I take the stuff to the UPS store, it's not going to ship till Monday morning, so... And Staples is open tomorrow. I could drop it off at Staples tomorrow after church. That sounds like a game plan. It's just too nice to not go outside today. Alright, so that's what's going on, my wonderful subscribers in Scrappy Deville. Good Lord willing, I will see you in the morning. Hopefully I will get this box topped off and put it up for sale. I've got to go find out what else I have in the car. I've got a lot of... I still got a lot of material from this pickup that I haven't gone through. Alright, everybody. Stay well. God bless. Thanks for stopping in and say hello. As I said, it's not that anything was wrong. I had to devote every waking moment to the band instrument rental service, which I'm now running by myself. And... really, I'll tell you though, it's going to be a great residual income, because I sort of retired this year. I closed my teaching studio, and then somebody came took over my lease, so I was able to close the office on October 1st, because there's really no reason I can't do it all from home. And it's going to be a good monthly income for me. Because, of course, now I have to pay for all the damage that was done to my house by the flood. Bathroom is back. I have my bathroom. It came out really, really nice. I'm not sure when I'm not sure when I'm going to get the kitchen. I'm really not sure I'm ready for another round of construction destruction. Still got to get the house put together. Alright, everybody, I will see you, good Lord willing. I will see you in the morning, probably between 8 and 10. You know, guys know I try to put my live up then, and then head off to 11:30 church. I will try to post this for you. If it goes too long, I'll have to put it up on my YouTube channel. But this one will be entitled Sorting the Big Load. Something about sorting the truckload of boards I got yesterday. Alright, everybody. God in heaven bless each one of you. Stay wonderful, stay well, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Huh? Bye-bye.